Councilor Clinton.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Silent roll call has been taken and a quorum is present.
Approval of the minutes of the May 6, 2019 regular council meeting and the May 20th, 2019 regular council meeting. Been moved and seconded by Councilor Brissette. Any discussion? All those in favor? Petitions, communications, and citizens' requests. Reports. Council President, I have nothing. Standing committees, city councilors.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Carol.
I just wanted to say that public safety went up to the high school graduation and put on a breakfast, and it was very much appreciated by the staff and the students, and it was a really nice thing to do. It's a great thing.
Nice.
Councilor Brissette.
You got through the standing committees. I've had a chance to go to the Board of Directors meeting for recreation, and I just wanted to give you just a rundown. As it was pretty much an introductory thing. They were just as excited to have the council present as I was to be there. They appreciated very much John Rulo taking care of the LED lights throughout the entire building. He was able to pick it up under his budget, or a portion of it. The state, I think, took care of the rest. But they have additional lighting outside, which is going to make it even safer for them. They are currently in the process of hiring an education coordinator, so they will be able to offer more educational programs throughout the year. It sounds like a really good thing for them. It'll be a part-time position during the winter months, full-time during the summer months. So that was a really positive thing. They do have an incredible board. They're very enthusiastic. They're all over the university, folks that work at the university, school departments, everywhere. And let's see, they do have a fundraiser on July 20th, their golf tournament, and all in all, I was really encouraged. I think they're heading in a right direction. They feel like they were kind of pushed aside, and with no council presence over the past few years, so I think it's going to end up being a good thing, and hopefully we'll be able to bring everything together.
Good.
So I was very encouraged.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other councilors? City attorney. Just a happy woman.
Yeah, I am.
Good.
I have no report unless you have questions.
Thank you. Any questions to the attorney? Questions, committees?
It's okay.
City manager.
Household hazardous waste collection will be June 22nd at the transfer station from 9 to 1. You can find that on the Facebook page, see what you can bring in. There's a whole list of things you can bring in to get rid of. I put in my notes, the assessment grant. We did get another assessment grant through EPA of $300,000, so we'll continue on brownfield work. Travis Roy and Nick Sabatine were very helpful in helping me write the grant and get that done. And financials will be emailed out tomorrow to you guys. So that'll be all finished up. That's it from me.
Questions of the city manager?
What are you going to email out tomorrow?
Financials.
That's
You
like where
guys.
we're at right now,
Yeah.
you mean? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Public hearings. The Old Town City Council will conduct a second reading on the proposed FYI 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budget. The proposed budget calls for city expenditures of $10,935 $10,935,814. Penobscot County taxes of $657,253. RSU 34 expenditures of $5,407,292 for a total city, county, and RSU budget of $17,359. With a total city revenue of $6,943,975 for a net property tax requirement of $10,056,384. I would open the public hearing for comment. Anybody wish to speak on that? I'll close the public hearing. The Old Town City Council will consider final approval of the FYI 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budgets. Council Mahan.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves scheduling a second reading on June 17th.
No.
No,
Nope.
I gave you
Just
a
a
corrected
motion.
one.
where's the new one? Thank you. Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves appropriation resolution 2019-1 of the proposed FY 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budget. The proposed budget calls for city expenditures of $10,935,814, Penobscot County taxes of $657,253, and RSU number 34 expenditures of $5,407,292. For a total city, county, and RSU number 34 budget of $17,359, with city revenue of $6,943,975, for a net property tax requirement of $10,056,384, and to amend, to add on to additional municipal revenue sharing received will be used to lower property taxes, and to fund an additional $40,000 from the LLC reserve, and to fund $40,000 from the city expenditures to fund a full-time economic development position.
Any discussion? We have a second.
Second motion.
Second by Councilor Smart. Any discussion? All those in favor?
It's a roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call. Roll call. It says that right there.
Yeah.
Does say that.
Counselor Brissette?
Yes.
Counselor Ketchin?
Yes.
Counselor Klitsch?
Yes.
Counselor Mahan?
Yes.
Counselor May?
Yes.
Counselor Smart?
Yes.
And Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 2, the Old Town City Council will conduct a second reading on the proposed fiscal year 2019-2020 pollution control budget containing the gross appropriations of $1,879,444, user fee revenue of $809,300, debt redemption of $559,600, and anticipated transfers from revenue accounts for $329,716, with a net appropriation from fund balance of $180,828. I would open the public hearing. Any comments from anybody? I would close the public hearing. The City Council will consider approval of the FY 2019-2020 pollution control budget. Councilor Ketchin.
Resolved, this Old Town City Council hereby approves appropriation resolution 2019 to 2020 of the proposed fiscal year 2019-2020 pollution control budget containing gross appropriations of $1,879,444, user fee revenue of $809,300, debt redemption of $559,600, and anticipated transfers from reserve accounts of $329,716, with a net appropriation from fund balance of $180,828.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Can we do a roll call vote, please?
Counselor Klitsch?
Yes.
Counselor Mahan?
Yes.
Counselor May?
Yes.
Counselor Smart?
Yes.
Counselor Brissette?
Yes.
Counselor Ketchin,
Yes.
and Counselor Peterson.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank the Finance Committee and the council for all the work that they put into this budget this year. I know we've had some fairly heated discussions at times, and we've worked hard to come to the resolution we have, and I personally think you've done a great job.
Thank you.
New business. The City Council will consider renewing the legal services contracts with Rudman and Winchell for legal services for 2019-2020 fiscal year. Councilor Klitsch.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby renews the legal service contract with Rudman and Winchell for legal services for the year 2019 to 2020, fiscal year effective July 1, 2019 to June 30, 2020.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? The City Council will consider authorizing the Finance Director to prepare a request for proposal for financing for a paving bond. Councilor Mahan.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby authorizes the Finance Director to prepare a request for proposal for financing a paving bond.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Bill, do you want to comment on that?
That's just moving through everything that we've discussed here in the budget. Let's see. I'll find it, I really will.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just thought it was important to know that we're probably going to get the paving done, pay for it out of our funds, and then reimburse them with the bond.
Correct. Yeah, those streets that are on here, Carroll Street, Stillwater Avenue, Center, 4th, Cedar, Sunset Drive, Jefferson, Sewell, Dirigo, Airport Road, Colonial Drive, and then there's some seam repairs on Stillwater Avenue that we have to do with that. That also includes there's a ditching project from Colonial out Kirkland Avenue where we had the water issue this spring on both sides of the road with culvert work out there. And that also does the rebuild on Woodland Avenue, starting out on the south end of the road and working back towards the pavement.
We're going to do how much of that out there to Woodland Avenue?
Well, as much as we can with $85,000. I mean, it all depends if what they run into for ledge or any of that, but
Right.
it should do at least a quarter of a mile of that.
So approximately a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
Okay. Any further questions? All those in favor? Item number 3, Assessor Travis Roy will discuss the possible donation of foreclosed property located at 1064 West Old Town Road to the Habitat for Humanity for the continued efforts to add affordable housing in Old Town. This is for informational purposes only.
Hello, I'm joined by the Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity, Sarah Trafton, and the board member and chair of their Building and Site Selection Committee, Lynn Lufkin. We've worked with Lynn on all of our projects to this point. Sarah's just joined Habitat in the last few months, so.
I'm new.
Yep. So 1064 West Old Town Road is a 1970 mobile home that the council took on a mature tax lien in 2017, late 2017, early 2018. Then goes through the process of Rudman Winchell reviewing the title and telling us what's clear to sell and what isn't. I went through that process. We got that report back, multiple properties, it takes a little while. And then in the fall of 2018, it was put out to bid. The lot value is currently $23,000. We put it out to bid for $25,000 with the well and septic driveway improvements. Figured we'd start there, and we get 0 bids. So it has not gone back out to bid. I believe Councilor Peterson's been in the mobile home. I've only walked around the perimeter of it. It's a 1970 mobile home. It's not a lot of value. So we are looking at what potentially to do with the lot, whether we should remove the mobile home and bid the lot out again, things like that, which all have cost to them. I met Ms. Trafton and Mr. Lufkin over at the 18 Bosworth Street property that's being, the building was built at East Maine Community College over the winter in their building products program, and it's been moved to this location recently at like a modular home. It's really nice. If you get a chance to get by it, there will be a public event when they get ready to announce the people. But we were talking recently over there about a double-wide mobile home that was donated by Jay Charette in Milford. Recently had his mother passed, so he has an extra double-wide mobile home in his front yard. He's given it to them for a possible project, and they're looking for a place to put it. Kind of made sense for this lot, so I'm here to ask you if you want to consider doing that. They're here to provide answers. If you're interested, what kind of questions you might have for them, so we can put this all together and come back to you. So the first question is, I guess, what do you need to know from me if we're interested in moving this direction? And then they can talk about what their costs would be, what their investment would be to move this double wide to this property, and get it set up so that they can put a family in it. So
essentially, we've looked at Jay's offer very carefully. We don't really want a pig in a poke, and you don't either, but house is in beautiful shape. It's a double wide, handicap accessible. I'd move in a minute. It's really got a lot of space in it, all the amenities that you would expect. They've done a good job with it, but it's in Jay's yard now, and it's been there for a while he accommodated his parents. What we would propose to do is obviously get it down, get it moved, and put it on a new foundation, because this is 26 feet wide by 66 feet long. It's quite a lot bigger than the unit that's there now. And it looks like an ideal location. Nice looking building. And then we'll have to do some repairs inside, put in new flooring and that sort of thing, so it's really up to a new building standard, even though it's not a new building. I'm real pleased with Jay's offer, and we've told him that we would talk with you about it and to see if there's any interest, and we'd like to proceed. We're going to probably spend $40,000 to $50,000 to get it up into usable shape, so we really can't afford to go out and buy the land and the driveway and all that sort of thing at this point, so whatever questions you might have.
Would you expect the city to remove the mobile home that's there now?
If you would, we'd be delighted. Yes, because we really don't have much money to work with. What we're hoping to do is the money that we put into it, then we'll turn it back into a mortgage to be able to put a family in the building. And Sarah can talk to that a lot more than I can.
Putting the family into the building? Yeah. We have a number of applicants that we're working with right now, families that have expressed interest in moving into the Old Town area. We have a 3-unit condo, and we have the Bosworth home. We have a family already selected. We haven't made the announcement yet for the Bosworth home, but this would give us an opportunity to house another family, and it would give you an opportunity to have that on your tax rolls. It would have, you would have an inhabited property, so it would add to your tax base. I also just want to take an opportunity. I've only been on the job 2 months, but I'm really impressed with Old Town's generosity with Habitat and understanding of how it works. I think it's really a win-win for both Habitat and for the city. It's a win-win-win because it's also a win for the family that we end up selecting and working with to move on as we work with a number of families on the pathway to affordable home ownership. So whether or not we decide a yes on this one, I just want to make sure you know that we really appreciate Old Town's partnership. It's been a very big deal for Habitat. So that's what I have.
What do we have? What do we have going with them right now? The Bosworth and the Perkins?
yes.
Where are we at with those two? I mean, I'm just getting a little nervous that they haven't completed Perkins yet. I don't believe just a foundation.
No, Perkins is at the insulated foundation. The construction hasn't started yet.
Well, the foundation work's all done. The site work is all done. Now it's just waiting for a crew to come in and put it back together.
When do you think that's going to be?
I can give you a timeline on that.
Yeah.
So we're doing it in 3 parts. The other thing is we have some really cool partnerships with the local universities. So we have Eastern Maine Community College and we have Orono that work with us, and how, again, win-win-win. We have the seniors doing their capstone projects, building these houses. So Bosworth, we're ready to move in. We're really,
Ready
really
to go.
close.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to go. We have a family selected. We have to work out some of the issues with the deed so that we can get title insurance, but we're basically, the lender's there, everything's ready to go. So, and then Job Corps, we also work with Job Corps. So the 3 units on Perkins, the middle unit will be started probably as soon as we close on Bosworth, and Job Corps, we're working with 12 to 14 people from Job Corps on that middle unit. Then in the fall, EMCC and University of Maine, we've had presentations from both of their students that are leading the builds. They'll be working on, one will be working on Unit 22, and the other will be working on, Unit 23. And then 24 is the middle one, and then 25. So they'll probably, we're looking at them to be finished in January or February. Again, finishing a construction in Maine in January, February, I would say it's more reasonable to look at the spring, probably late spring on those.
Okay, so that's perfect. So on this one, you said you still have to do what for the trailer? As far as
We
the
have to
trailer-
do site improvement. We'd have to do site improvement. I'm going to let Lynn talk about that.
Yeah.
That's more of his thing, but.
For a timeline, basically, on that one.
Which one are you talking about, sir?
The one that you're asking about tonight.
What we would hope to do there is, if the building can be moved, then we'd go ahead and demolish as needed and put in the pre-slab. There's an existing septic system there that we think we can use, and there's existing well that we think we can use. So that's a leg up. But basically get that hole ready to go for building. Hopefully we can be ready for moving the building somewhere in August, and that's a guess really, depending on what your decision is here time-wise, and also how fast we can get everything moving. We're right in the middle of construction season, got the same problem we had last fall, trying to get things started in the midsummer, early fall, and people won't even answer the phone. You know how that works. You've been in the business long enough.
Right.
And what we're hoping is that we can move the trailer or move the mobile home probably in September. And then it'll take us a month or so to get it ready. So I would hope by Thanksgiving we'd be ready to roll, but there's no recordings out there.
You're on videotape.
You're on TV. Smile, you're on Candy Candy.
Thank you.
So I guess well, you're looking for a straw poll basically tonight to say.
You know, either throw us out or help, one or the other.
Council Smart?
I guess I would, it certainly sounds to me like an opportunity to upgrade a property in the city. I would look for us to move forward with this to get some numbers on what it's gonna cost to get that old unit out of there and that sort of thing, and see what exactly we're looking at, so we can make a recommendation.
Yeah, I guess I have a question for you. If we gave you free disposal, do you think there'd be a contractor that'd volunteer to tear it down?
We haven't explored that.
We have so many tons at Juniper Ridge that we can donate to you if you would, and.
We haven't explored that at all.
Okay.
So, just because I'm new, what would that entail? So you're asking if we would have a contractor remove the trailer?
You'd have a
and then-
contractor tear it down, load it in the dumpster, and haul it to Juniper Ridge.
Okay.
And they normally have a tipping fee, and the city has some credits, so we'd use our credits for your tipping fee, so you wouldn't have to pay for any disposal, is what it amounts to.
Okay.
We haven't explored it yet.
Yeah.
Significant, yeah.
The ones that we've done houses that range from 4,000 to 7,000, right? And this is just a mobile home, 1970, so you probably could fit that all in one dumpster if you squeezed it a little, huh? Huh?
With a big enough excavator.
With a big enough excavator, yeah.
John just took down a mobile home, so he'll probably give you an idea of that.
6 dumpsters? 630 odd dumpsters? For the single wide mobile home and garage that was on the land across from the Maple Grove Cemetery that we kept.
Yep.
Yep. So he's saying it takes 6 30-yard dumpsters for the garage and the mobile home.
You need to get a bigger excavator, no.
They didn't stomp it down as deep as you do.
Yeah.
So we can certainly,
So, John, what did you figure that cost you?
I didn't even do the numbers on it.
Didn't, okay. Maybe you could do that for us next time, and, you know, if your crew does it, instead of putting it out to bid, it might help us a little. It's worth looking at. Any other questions?
I think we've already put out to bid and there wasn't any interest, so I think it's a good idea.
I think everybody's nodding their head. That answers your question.
No, thank you.
Yep, our pleasure.
Thank
we'll
you
put it on
so
the next
much.
agenda.
Huh?
We'll put it on the next agenda.
Yeah, put it on the next agenda, yeah. We'll have some numbers and make it happen.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any further business to come before us? If not, I'd entertain the motion.
I shall make a motion that we adjourn this council meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Any discussion? All those in favor? Enjoy life.
Yeah.